There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was the Belly of Tea. The winds blew hard, her bow it down, oh blow me bully boys blow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She had not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her. All hands to the side, harpooned and fought her when she dived down low. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. No line was cut, no whale was freed, and the captain's mind was not on greed, but he belonged to the whaleman's creed. She took that ship in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
Translate. No, not translate from. I mean translate to.
Yeah, I bet you need to translate from right as we go live.
Damn.
That musical jump scare, man.
Listen. I'm sorry. It scared me too because I thought I was panning down, and then I just like, why is it so loud?
Oh, somebody's echoing a little bit.
Oh, it's
No.
Connor.
Oh, it's Connor. Okay, so we're live, I'm assuming?
Yes,
Yeah.
we are.
Perfect.
Oh, shit.
Hello,
Welcome,
everyone.
everyone.
Yeah, welcome. We're organized. So, hello and welcome to Luck Check. My name is Tovia Trubnik, and boy, am I ready for this stream. I'll be your dungeon master for the afternoon. Luck Check is a live play D&D podcast streamed weekly here at twitch.tv/luckcheck. We stream every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Also, on Friday at the same time, 6 p.m., we're going to be hosting a semi-weekly talkback stream where we have a more informal gathering of a few of our players and one of the DMs just to chat about the events of Luck Check. We answer viewer questions and just generally mess around and talk about anything. Additionally, did you know that we have a YouTube channel and also a Discord server? Links to both are available in the Streams About page or by using the associated command in Twitch chat, which is !YouTube or !Discord. Now, it wouldn't be a good D&D stream without the players, and it's my job to tell you about them. I'm getting paid. So, first off, let me introduce our first player. This player once committed the crime of punching a police officer in the face. Introducing Alex Mason.
Almost
Oh,
punched
okay.
the cop in the face. My friend had to pick me up and threw me over her shoulder and dragged me away
Wow.
as I kept screaming obscenities at the cop.
What a fucking badass.
So
Which
tell us
is
a
not
little bit
place for
about
me.
your character.
Right, my name's Alex Mason. I use they, them. I play a water genasi moon druid who just having the time of her life.
Okay, sick. This next player once shoplifted bananas. Introducing Dr. Ben Stottenbecker.
No, not
No! Dang it, I said it wrong again. Is it? No.
You really did.
Wait. I'm gonna get it. Dortenbecker. God,
Yeah,
I mess up either beginning or the end. It's just too long.
It's not as
It's
bad as the
totally
time I messed up
phonetic.
Connor last name.
That's true. No one hurt me.
I don't even have your last name in here. Anyway, Ben, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Dr. Benjamin Stortenbecker, and I'm playing Kamos, who is going to be beating his crew into shape after last week's shenanigans.
Perfect. Yeah, some
My God.
real nonsense went down last week. And I am going to introduce another player. This player once stole not 2, not 3, but 5 cheesecakes from the Cheesecake Factory. Introducing Connor, insert last name here.
Griffith is the last name. And
Okay, let me type that in.
Imagine ruining that.
It was 4?
Huh? Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Well,
I thought you said it was 4.
No, the number is, let's just say the number is up for interpretation. But yeah, I am playing Valandros, the fallen Asimar rogue, who is almost dead.
Okay, perfect. And finally, I am going to introduce my co-host, the sometimes DM, sometimes player. This player once stole about $1,000, and that's his crime. Introducing Johnny McAllister.
Hello.
Go ahead and tell us about that character.
Hello, how's it going? My name's Johnny McAllister. I'm playing as Gellin Wavebreaker, and he is a Paladin Triton, Oath of the Open Sea, and that's all about that.
Okay, sick. And the fun fact about those introductions were some of those crimes were real, and some of them were not. I'll leave it up to you to decide which is which. We are going to hop back in right where we left off, but before we do, can anybody give me a quick recap of what went down last week?
No.
Okay.
I don't want to.
Yeah, no, I should be able to. Let's see. I'm the worst for this because I never take notes. Yeah,
You have what they call a good memory, right?
Yeah, the events of last week, we pulled into the Galvin Key, we dropped off our good friend Chuck. He went off to mind his own business. We headed over to the Dripping Tap, kind of split our forces up to get some information gathering, stuff like that. We figured out that the local parishioner who ran, or at least was working the shift at the Dripping Tap, was the brewmaster that we were searching for. We got a little bit of information from him about some locals called the Vamra, and specifically about one Clancy West, a Krovic gentleman, which is a crocodile person, for those of you that don't know. A Krovic gentleman who had posted up with the local tribe of the Vamra and supposedly had found some form of cure for the curse, the same curse mark that plagues most of our characters. After that, we were invited to the local mayor's event later that night where he tried to, correct me if I'm wrong, what was the mayor's name again? Was it Biffrey or Biffley?
Bithel.
Bithel. I was surprisingly close, I'm not going to lie. The mayor of the Galvin Key, Bithel, invited us to an event at his estate, at his manor, and yeah, some bad things happened. We ended up escaping the manor with the Vamra queen as she got shot by a great arrow. Galen attempted to heal her, Rune attempted to heal her, Henry attempted to heal her, we all attempted to heal her. Kamos gave a very confusing order to our man-at-arms and local rogue, our local rogue Valendras, who ran off and almost died, and we escaped into the woods.
On the captain's orders, I might say.
On the captain's orders.
Again, very specific rules are given and they were not followed.
Perfect. Yeah. So as it went down, you were invited to this manor. It just so happened that you managed to get to the island on the same night as a contract was being renegotiated, as it is every year, between the Vamra and the people of the island of Galewind, the largest island in the Galvin Key. They have a contract where they can basically mine some resources off the island, and in return, they leave the Vamra alone and do not bother them. However, they tried to renegotiate that contract around the discovery of this new type of rock which glowed when it was agitated. They wanted to mine it. The Vamra did not want them coming up to the mountain where they lived, and so a discourse ensued. The Vamra queen was poisoned, but after quite a bit of trouble, you all managed to get away. And we're going to pick up right as you have basically made it into the woods, out of range of the gunfire of the troops of Galewind. And right before we pick back up, I would like to shout out Harkon the Lesser. I'm not sure if he's here in chat, or they're here in chat currently. But thank you for the follow in between sessions. That's like super nice of you. Really appreciate that. So shout out to Harkon the Lesser.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, sweet. We are going to pick right back up where we left off. So you are all in the woods directly outside the town of Galewind. You just made away from the troops, and you have with you a party of stragglers, Vamra stragglers, some wounded, some just helping support the queen, who had an arrow directly through her head after getting poisoned with cyanide mere minutes ago. She has been magically healed, but still looking a little worse for wear. So what do? They start heading up towards the mountain.
Go ahead, sorry.
I think I'm gonna slide up to the queen and be like, "Hey, are you okay? Do you need us to like do more healing?"
She pauses and looks back at you and says, "Thank you for what you've done already. It is enough. I simply need to make it back and rest. I will be okay in time, but thank you."
Yeah, no problem.
What were you going to say, Connor?
Yeah, so I was gonna ask, we like broke off in like different parts of the woods, but we're together still? Question mark.
You guys did kind of break off. I don't think you were all too far apart. None of you were more than like 100 feet apart. I'm not going to say
like a
that-
house apart at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, you
not that
weren't
far.
like too separated.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Then I would also like to say to the queen, they're probably gonna take it anyway without you agreeing to the deal. Can you like hold them off, or can you defend yourselves, or what are you thinking?
Don't need to hold them off, nor do we need to defend ourselves. None from the village has managed to find their way up. Nobody knows where we live, and we intend to keep it that way.
Oh, is it not okay for us to be following you then? Do you want us to, like, hang back and, like, stay in the woods, or is this all good?
Well, you can follow us if you would like, but only up to a certain point. After that, whether or not we wish it, you will lose track of us. You see, we have a magical border around our village, and only those who are acquainted with us and our customs can make it there.
I
Speaking
understand.
of people who are accustomed with you and your customs, does the name Clancy West ring any bells? We were kind of wondering where he ended up. We were sent in his direction from a benefactor and told that you might know where he was.
Oh, of course I know where he is. Clancy West lives with us. He is one of my greatest allies and a close friend. I count him as an advisor and one of the Vamra. If you wish to speak with him, I would send him down, but I don't know where you are headed next.
It is as if you have read my mind. I mean, if... we kind of were here for him, so we can just wait for him to come out of your town. I think that's fine.
I agree. Yeah, we can follow you all, make sure you get back safe, because it sounds like we've lost them, but they could be sending people up after us.
They most certainly are. I will tell you what. Tonight, in your honor, if you can make it there at least, I will hold a ceremony, and you will be rewarded for your actions. But you must make it there on your own. Otherwise, pick a location, and I will attempt to send Clancy down if he is willing.
What do you think, guys?
What? Real quick, the only worry I have is we like kind of took our boat to the manor, and like it's still there, and they know that we, helped.
I think the sweet Marianne has lost us at the moment.
Nah, it would be fine. But if there were going to be somewhere they looked for us soon, it would be the Sweet Marianne. So, we give them a time to relax and forget about us ever so slightly. And that's when we can strike and get our Sweet Marianne back.
Yeah, doesn't make sense that they would just destroy it for no reason. It's a perfectly working vessel.
It's an expensive
rich
vessel,
boy.
certainly.
They kind of destroy things they don't need all the time.
I think it should be fine. Certainly, I think a ship is a bit more replaceable, but our ability to get out of this curse might not be.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes. My good queen, I am very, very honored to accept your proposal, and yes, we will try to make our way to your village, and would most graciously accept the opportunity to enjoy your hospitality.
Then I shall lead you to the statue. Once there, you must make your own way. But follow me quickly now. I hear them in the distance. And she starts heading off up the mountain. Do you guys
Do
follow?
we hear anything?
Yeah, you hear the sounds of, in the very distance, people marching through the woods.
Okay, yeah, I start booking it after.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, we go.
Yeah, you head up through the woods, and it starts to get thicker and more jungly. Vines and things hanging down from the trees, and the undergrowth makes it very difficult to move. The Vamra move through it as if it weren't even there, but it definitely acts as difficult terrain for you, although they pause every now and then so you can catch up. Eventually, you are led to a large, dark stone obelisk. At the center of the obelisk is carved something that looks like an insect. Below the carving are words in an archaic script. However, damn, I'm hearing somebody echoing again. The script is not in common. It is in a language that some of you might know, some of you might not. It's in Sylvan. Do any of you know Sylvan?
Ooh.
I actually do.
Very
Okay.
nice.
The queen pauses and says, "Here is unfortunately where I must leave you. As we pass this obelisk, we will disappear, and you will not be able to see us any longer. You must make your own way. The obelisk will tell you how." And she bids you adieu, and her entourage walk past the obelisk and immediately disappear.
So,
Thank you.
like, how do they disappear?
It
Is it
looks
like
like they
whoosh,
just
or is
passed
it
an
like-
invisible barrier and they're gone.
I see.
So
Very interesting.
Valandros, you can read Sylvan?
Yes.
Okay. Here is what the obelisk says. Where I start, home begins. Bright as diamonds, loud as thunder, never still, a thing of wonder. That's it.
And I share this with the party, of course.
Where I
But can you
start,
repeat it exactly,
yeah.
please?
I will post that in chat for you in 1 second. Give me
Dang
1
it!
minute.
No, the DM has copy paste.
Illegal.
What an oversight.
It was where I start, home begins. Bright as diamonds, loud as thunder, never still, a thing of wonder. I'm going to post that in Twitch chat as well for everyone.
Okay.
A waterfall?
That is interesting. Do we see anything around the vicinity of the obelisk?
Give me a perception check, and I'll tell you what you see around you.
For sure. I do want to ask again, part of that, what bug was the obelisk representing?
I'll count that as part of your perception check, and
Sure.
I'll tell you if you know specifically what it is.
I got an 18 on my perception.
Yellen's
Okay.
looking at a 14.
Okay. With an 18, you can tell, Rune, that the obelisk, the face carved into the obelisk, is the face of an ant. Although it looks different than any other ant you've seen, its features look a little bit more humanoid. You can see it has more of like a skull than it does more of like a flat disc-shaped ant head. It's got cheekbones and a jaw, but still has pincers and like the eyes of an insect. And around you, you see dense jungle. Up beyond the canopy of trees, you see the peaks of several mountains that make up the Sugar Spring Mountains. And to your right, you see a stream that trickles down from the most immediate mountain in front of you.
Sounds
Do we want to?
Yeah, sounds like you had a good guess there, Bryn.
I think I mean, the stream could be bright as diamonds. It's not very loud right now, is it?
A waterfall, though.
It's not.
Right,
is
if
not.
leads to the waterfall.
Yeah, so wherever it starts is where home begins, so that might be where we need to start our journey. So yeah, I think we follow the stream. That sound good, Kat?
Pretty straightforward, yeah.
Okay.
Can I also just like try and like wave my hand where they disappeared at to see if it's like a thing that what we see is what we see, or if it's like a type of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. You wave your hand in the patch of air where they disappeared into, and you see your hand. It doesn't disappear. It doesn't shimmer at all. It's plain as day.
Okay, just checking.
Very cool.
Okay. So you start to follow the stream up the mountain. It's a bit of a hike, but you have a source of water beside you, which makes it a little bit easier. Just because you can quench your thirst anytime you like. Eventually, after hiking for a couple of hours, you make it to a fork in the stream. One goes left to the mountain at your left, which is a larger peak. The other goes right to a mountain that's a little shorter, but I'm going to need one more investigation, perception, kind of up to you guys how you want to do this.
Yeah, I'll definitely do an investigation check.
Yeah,
That's
I'll stick with perception there.
a good one
Same.
for me. How's a 17 do me?
17's pretty good.
21 perception from Gellin.
21.
I got a 12.
Okay. With a 17, Kamos off to the left, you hear the rushing of water. It's loud, and it seems like something is like agitating the water, be that either like rapids or like a waterfall or really anything of that kind of nature. Off to the right, Gellin, only you hear this. You hear kind of like a crashing noise in the very distance. And you also, with the 21, see a glimmer on the mountain on the right side. Like something is maybe flowing down from the mountain. Which direction do you guys want to head in?
Hey, I think I see something on the right path. I know it sounds closer on the left path, like whatever the noise is, but on the right path I can hear some kind of like crashing noise, and I almost see a bit of a glimmer, like almost like that might be the bright as diamonds part of the riddle that we have to solve.
Yeah.
What's the worst that can happen? We can just get lost and starve ourselves to death. Let's go check out the left path.
The left? I really think it's the
The
right
right.
path.
Right, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I think right.
Kamos
better.
is very practiced as active listening. Benjamin is not quite.
Perfect. As you start to head towards the right path, you hear something that's very faint at first, but it grows louder as you start heading down the right path. And then you realize it's on your left, across the river, up on a knoll that's encompassed by trees. You hear what sounds like a crying child.
Across
What
the
do you do?
river. So we're following the right path, but on the other side of the river that we're following, on top of a knoll, there sounds like a crying child.
Exactly.
Can I hop across the river?
Yeah, go ahead and give me an athletics check to do that. It's about 15 feet across or so. You can also swim it if you'd like, but it's a little bit rocky on both sides, so it might be hard to get back up.
Athletics, I'm pretty good at. 24, because I got a nat 20.
Wow. Yeah, you take a running jump. You make it the entire 15 feet, and you land on the other side. As soon as you do and you recompose yourself, you hear the crying grow even louder. There's something a little off about it. It doesn't sound quite human, but it is right in front of you in this cluster of trees.
That
What
was
do you
a
do?
very impressive jump, Rune. Kamo says from the
Take
background.
like a little bow.
Perfect.
I'm gonna go check on the crying noise, guys.
Okay. Stay within shouting distance just in case.
I'm always within shouting distance.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
If you see a little node pop up in front of you, that's me. That's me, not the universe. Me.
No, I've seen you cast it a couple of times.
Just in case.
Who do I look like, Valentros?
Damn.
It's a low blow. It's a low blow.
You start heading into the copse. It grows louder, and you are able to suss out the direction it's coming from. You head about 20 feet in, and in a small clearing right at the center, you see something furry and white rolling around on the ground, and it looks like it's holding a hand out. And as it rolls around towards you, you see that it looks like a white baby gorilla. On its lower half, it has two other arms, slightly smaller than its top arms, but it's holding one of its top arms and it looks to have a bit of a swollen paw. It is kind of rolling around on the ground and crying. What do you do?
I'm gonna cast Aura Vitality. So, like, when I get closer to it, it starts feeling better.
Okay.
And healing.
So what exactly does Aura of Vitality do?
That's a good question.
It creates a 20-foot radius around you. As a bonus action while it's active, you can take your bonus action to heal a creature within range by 2d6.
Okay.
What he said.
Interesting. Yeah, absolutely. You cast Aura Vitality, excuse me, and you heal this little gorilla. Its whimpering comes to a stop, and it looks at its paw as the swollen bump has gone down. It gets up onto its hind legs, and it starts cooing at you. But as it does, in the distance, you hear a rustle in the jungle. And I'm going to need everybody to roll initiative.
Wow. Perfect. We started off.
Why are you this way?
Oh, damn. That's it for me.
I mean, it's not it for anyone except for Rune, I feel like.
Yeah, I'm on this side of the river.
No, all I'm saying is Kamos is going to be watching in horror as Rune is torn to shreds by Mom.
I
While
healed the
he's at the
baby.
bottom of the initiative, not being able to do anything.
Gellin got a 24.
Okay. 24 for Gellin. What about...
Kamos got a 5.
Okay. Almost
I got-
a 5.
A 17.
Okay.
Yeah, I got an 11.
I
a
did
hanger.
stock speak with animals.
Let me roll for Henry real quick. You got a 16. Okay. And let me roll really quick for the other creatures. So, as...
I'm sorry, what?
There was an S on there. I didn't like the S.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I
So,
think S's should be banned.
as you hear this rustling, it's very quickly getting closer to you. And on the other side of the river, you see the trees begin to sway as something large starts moving towards Rune. And I will go ahead and give you all this link to Owlbear. The password is that right there below it.
Nice.
And y'all can
Classic
hop on in
password.
there.
I thought
Yeah,
you were about
classic
to leak.
password.
I thought you were about to leak.
Yeah.
I got scared.
No, it's crazy. I wouldn't do that. Okay. So let me finish moving these and rolling for them, and let's get some battle music going. If you don't already, I can't hear the stream. And let's get into some combat.
Man, that was a great jump, Rune.
It was a very good jump.
It was a
Yeah,
good
like
jump.
wow. Very
Too good
impressive.
of a jump, maybe.
Yeah.
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 You'll be fine.
Okay, so
Will
it'll
it?
be
Yeah.
1,
Oh, what a password.
2.
I
Whoa.
miss Johnny's passwords.
It's fine.
Right.
All right. So Tovi, before you
Yeah.
get too far into this, I do have all of the actual tokens for the player characters, so let me pull those out instead of using
Okay.
the
sick.
dinky ones that you grabbed.
Go for it. I will, while you're doing that, excuse me, Val, what's your initiative modifier? Like the number?
-4.
4? Okay.
Yeah.
You definitely go first. 3 is okay. Sick. Let me know when you have those all in there. And Gellin, you are going to be up first.
Yeah, if people don't mind shrinking their tokens a little bit so that they fit within the tiles. Very cool. Okay, so what can I see from where I am?
Okay, so from where you are on the right side, you see the trees kind of swaying as something maybe jumps from tree to tree very quickly in the direction of Rune. You get an approximate location of something in about this area.
Okay.
You also, you can give me a perception check, and I'll tell you how you do with the other creatures.
So Gellin is definitely thinking about hopping across the river. I do have a good swim speed, but like you said, it's rocky, so I think I'm going to go for the jump first. That perception's a 14.
Okay, with a 14, you see something else rustling the trees over here.
Gotcha. And I know relatively where Rune is?
Yes, relatively, you know Rune's about a few paces inwards in this area.
Gotcha. Okay. I would like to, from my position, try and just make the jump. This is definitely more than 15 feet like you described, but that's okay.
It's fine.
I'm going to try it anyways. What do I need to roll to make this jump?
Maybe about 20. You can do athletics.
Could I do acrobatics if I try and do a funny flip?
I guess so. Yeah, sure. There's like a vine hanging off a tree. You can try and like use it to swing across.
Absolutely gonna do that because my acrobatics is almost double my athletics.
Hey, you do have to do the Tarzan yell if you use the vine, though.
That is a 25. I am not using the copyright-free caveman yell. But I did roll a 25 to swing across the vine to the other side.
Yeah, absolutely. With the 25, it wasn't necessary for you, Rune, but I would have given it to you if it was. With the 25, you can even get about like 10 feet inwards on the copse of trees.
Cool. So like right about here almost?
Yeah.
Okay. So my question then is how much of my movement did that take? Because that on the grid is about 50 to 60 feet of movement right there.
Since you swung across, I'm going to say you used about half of your movement.
Okay. So from here, I assume I can see Rune. So I'm just going to shout to Rune, we're in a lot of danger, and this isn't a good time. Do whatever you need to do, and let's get out of here. And I'm going to take 15 feet of movement to get right about there in what feels like a kind of a natural path in between this creature and Rune. And I'm just going to ready my rapier to hit anything that comes close to me.
Okay, perfect.
Alright, I have a plan.
Okay, I believe in you, but we should probably go.
We're going to see how that plan goes right after creature number 2 takes its movement. So this boy is going to go its full dash speed, which is...
Pay no
Yes,
attention
sir,
to the
yes,
monster
sir.
off screen.
Yeah, I didn't know that was there.
Uh-oh.
Yep. It is going to, with its full dash, show up right next to you, Rune.
Oh, that's very fast.
Jeez.
Yeah. So
Which
this
didn't.
thing.
Does it not have to
s-
roll to make the jump?
No, these things are naturally like attuned to the forest. I'm not going to make them roll.
Damn
Plus,
it.
that one's like half the distance of the other one.
Mhm.
So you see this thing swing towards the trees towards you. It is just bending boughs, and as it crashes down next to you, you see. Actually, I think these things is large 4 tiles.
That is correct. It's a 2x2.
Yep.
Do you want to
Okay.
increase all 3 of these? I'll do that.
Go ahead and increase all 3 of these a little bit. So,
Oh.
That-
whoa!
I got it.
That guy's
Oh,
A little
large.
big.
Sounds-
It's a little big there.
That's the mom.
You see this massive gorilla looking creature, totally white except for its chest, which is pitch black. It has 4 arms and it is massive. It crashes down next to you and it looks like it is ready to attack. But that is going to be the end of its turn. Rune, what do you do?
I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
Gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts.
Okay.
I'm gonna go, hey, I don't mean any harm. I was just healing the baby. The baby's fine.
Me, baby. Go. Get away. Heart. Kill.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna run.
Thump. Eat face.
No need to do that.
Kill. Baby.
Kill?
Precious. Fragile. Small. Thump. Me. You.
No.
Eat face.
No. Baby's safe. Baby okay now.
Me. Thump you. Into dirt. You die. Eat face.
No.
Everything
Okay,
okay over there, Rune?
That is about all the like dialogue I'm going to let you have with it. If you want to try and convince it of something, I'll let you make a persuasion check with disadvantage. These things are on the warpath.
Yeah, I'll make a persuasion, you said?
Yep.
Not good at that.
You can, if you want to try and intimidate it, you can. That's going to be harder, though.
Also not good at that. They're the same. Oh, no. Alright, I'm gonna try to persuade it. That's a
Okay.
19?
Okay. With that, it doesn't quite meet the DC, but here's what I'll give you. This thing, these things are seeing you as something that's about to kill their baby. Like, they absolutely see you as a threat. You need to make a 20 to be able to convince these things to not eat that baby, or not,
To
think
what
you're gonna
now?
eat that baby. So
Eat
basically,
that
with a
baby.
19, it slows its roll, and on its next turn, it's going to think about what you said and if you're a threat or not. It's not going to attack you on its next turn, but the others definitely will. But
Can
you can
I-
try next turn without disadvantage.
Yeah, can I try backing away, or would I take an opportunity attack if I do that?
I'll let you try backing away, sure.
Okay. So I'm gonna just slowly back up about 3 tiles, so I'm not, like, totally out of its sight, so it doesn't think anything, but I'm, like, holding my hands up and slowly backing up.
Perfect. I'm also gonna stick the baby in there just cause. Okay. So after Rune, Henry is gonna go. Henry's gonna shout over. So what's the situation over there? Should we come over?
I'm handling it. Stay there.
Okay. Are
They're
you
gonna
sure?
eat your face.
They seem large and angry.
I'm working on trying to get them not to eat our face.
Okay. Henry is going to hold a action. He's going to hold a hex. He's going to hold remedy in case you take any damage. I think from here he is able to see at least your back. So he's going to hold remedy in case you take damage. At the end of his turn is going to be number 1. So number 1 looks like the biggest of the bunch. This thing comes swinging out of the trees, and I'm going to measure let's see, 10, 20, 30, 40. Can't quite reach you this turn. But let me check something real quick. Whoa. I didn't know they had that until now. As a bonus action, it's going to move its full movement speed with its trait aggressive towards anything it sees as hostile, which
Very
is you.
good.
So it's going to go 40 feet, and then it's going to take its movement. So it is going to run up between you and Galen, and it's going to take a multi-attack. It's going to bite at you, Galen, and then it's going to turn around and slash with its massive claws at Rune. So I'm going to go ahead and make an attack for that. Galen, it rolls an 11. It rolled terribly. I'm assuming that doesn't hit.
That does not hit. Perfect.
It whips around, slashing at you, Rune, and rolls a 23.
Oh yeah, no, that hits.
Oh, neat. Okay, so you go ahead and take 7 slashing damage.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Hits at you. It's going to be the end of its turn. After it is going to be Val. What do you do, Val?
Val's gonna look around behind him, I guess. See if he can find something that can make a bridge for them to get back easier.
Yeah, there's it's a jungle. It's full of trees. If you cut one of the tall trees down, it can definitely fall and make a bridge. But they're big trees. It's going to be tough to cut.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to start trying to make it at least look like I'm trying, you know what I mean?
Okay, sick. I'm going to look up the HP for a tree.
You don't have to. You could just say he does it, That's all good.
Okay.
No,
a large
no.
tree, according to Reddit, has about 30 HP.
What about a medium tree?
It's a large tree.
Cool, man. Yeah, I guess I'm going to attack it.
Okay, go for it.
While he's doing that, did Henry not ready a remedy to heal Rune in case Rune got hit?
Let me roll that right now. So the remedy hex can only be used once per long rest on a target. However, it's pretty good. So you heal for 1 sec. Let me read it. At which level? 13 damage.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's really good. Okay, that is going to be the end of Henry's turn. And what did you roll on that tree? You don't have to roll to hit, just damage.
If you're talking, Connor, you are muted.
Thank you. Okay, what would you say? I'm sorry.
What'd you roll damage-wise on that tree? You don't have to roll to hit.
Damage. Yeah, I didn't. I rolled to hit. I don't know why.
Turns out he wasn't muted. He was just instantly unconscious for a moment.
Yeah,
The tree fell on him.
exactly. In real life.
What about a sneak attack on this tree? It didn't see it coming.
I mean, Henry's right next to you, so it sounds
You know what I
like
mean?
I mean,
like
I don't
Hey,
know how that
one
works.
of his allies is for sure within 5 feet of that tree.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh yeah.
Man, that's bullshit, but I guess so.
That's bullshit. We're fighting 3 great apes.
That's 22 against this tree here.
level 5.
Okay, yeah, you chip into this tree. It definitely shakes. It starts bending over. It's not going to fall this turn, but on the next round it will.
Cool. Yeah. I also want to make sure it's angled in the right direction and all that.
Okay, yeah, I'll let you do that with a bonus action or something.
Cool. Yeah. All right. That's it for me then.
Okay, perfect. At the end,
Real quick, one second. Hey, anyone? I'm dying here. If you could just pop me off one of those heals, that would be great.
Can we say we had time for a short rest for some of these boys?
no. I mean, I
Damn.
guess.
We were full traveling through woods. I don't think so.
Yeah, probably not. Not yet. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, definitely Henry
I feel
hears
like I
you.
should be apologizing.
Toby 100% is thinking like, oh yeah, they're at full health when he's planning this encounter.
Oh, I definitely was. Yeah.
And it turns out like, no, we're about to die. Total
That's
party
fine.
wipe.
It's all good.
But Henry definitely hears you. He nods. On his next turn, he will give you a heal. Unless Rune gets to it first, I guess. So, at the end of your turn, it's going to be number 3. He's going to take, let's see if he can get there without dashing. He can move 40 feet. So, I'm going to count diagonals just for ease of use as 5 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It's going to be about 10 feet up that hill. 35. I'm going to say he can like just barely make it here. Actually, he's going to use his bonus action just to move the rest, like the other 5 feet. And he's going to smack you, Gillen, if he can, and bite you. So just to bite, that is going to be 21.
That will hit. I also want to say I did also ready my action to stab whatever got close to me, and I forgot to pull it out.
Oh,
I forgot
sure.
to do that against number 1. But can I just do it against number 3 now since it got close to me?
Yeah, that works.
Okay, sure. I'll roll that. But yeah, that does hit me.
Okay. That is going to go ahead and be just 6 hit points for the bite. And then he's going to slash at you. That's going to be a 10 to hit. I'm assuming no.
That does not hit. And you said how much damage I took?
6.
6. Okay, I'm divine smiting this guy, and he takes...
Whoa.
Wow, I did so little. He takes 14 damage split between piercing and radiant.
Okay. 14.
That's correct.
Let me see here if he has any resistances real quick. Don't believe so. No, he doesn't. Okay, so let's see. 40. Yeah, okay. Okay. Is that going to be the end of your ready to action?
That is. That's all I can do.
Okay, perfect. So, that was number 3 as well. Took both of his actions and his bonus action. Kamos, you're up.
All right. Yeah, 60 feet, right?
Mhm.
6,
About.
8. Yeah, okay. Yeah, easily can reach these. Kamos is going to grab his rapier and then, while holding it with the back 3 fingers, point his finger and extend his thumb like a finger gun, casting finger guns, but using his signature focus rapier as the focus. And this is going to be useful. We're going to make a spell attack on this. On monkey number 3. Monkey number 3 just got bopped. And screw that monkey. Ooh, how's a 24 to hit?
Yeah, definitely.
Hell yeah. All right. So, finger guns gets 2d8, and then we're going to expend one of the charges of my signature weapon. I get charges. Our signature focus. I get charges equal to my intelligence modifier, so I get 4 of those per rest. I think maybe just long rest. And so that's going to be 3d8. Then do I want to... Yeah, let's just... All right, here's what we're also going to do. Since I'm level 5, I also get a cantrip bonus dice. I have 1 that I can use. Again, that is per long rest. That increases the damage dice of the thing. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So that's 4d8. But then what we're going to do is we're going to arcane surge. Which is once per rest. As long as I haven't criticaled, I can double the number of damage dice that I deal with a spell.
Nuts.
Specifically with a cantrip.
Yeah, with a cantrip. Gotcha. Yeah, I guess that is fair. An important point. Okay, so I'm actually, you know what? I'm not gonna roll in real life. We are going to roll here in the chat. So it's 8d8.
Damn.
Yeah. It's great.
Time for 8 ones.
Plus 4.
Come on, give me those yak rolls. 8 ones.
That's 34 damage.
Hey.
Wow.
7, a
On
6, a
number
5, a
3?
4, a 3, a 2, a 2, and a 1. Literally every possible result except an 8. God damn.
That is crazy.
Wow.
And those is a 2. So, Yeah, so some arcane energy fuels from Kamos's hand through the sword rapier, lancing straight into the monkey. Kablamo.
Okay. It just takes it straight in the chest. It flies backwards. I'm gonna have it like move back 5 feet, even though it's not part of the spell. It just lands on its back, and there's like a smoking hole in its chest where you hit it. It's not quite dead yet.
Yeah.
But it is looking terrible.
Very cool.
Anything else?
That. And you know what? Bonus action force buckler, just in case. So I now have 19 AC. In case one of these things throws a thing.
Okay. Interesting. So you like absolutely.
Oh wait, what am I doing? I'm sorry. I actually totally forgot about my class and what I can even do. So as House of Kings, I get again, this is a complicated subclass. As House of Kings, I get some access to some stratagems that, where did I put those? Oh, it's flipped over. That instead of using my bonus action to just kind of shield up, I can force things away. Okay. I'm going to use Blitz. So as a bonus action, when I hit a creature with an attack, you can expend one of my 2 battle dice to maneuver one of your comrades into a more advantageous position. You choose a friendly creature who can see or hear you. That creature can use its reaction to move up to half its movement speed without provoking opportunity attacks from the target of your attack. So, although that really doesn't work because it's already knocked away. Never mind. We're going to use...
D&D is a complicated game, viewers. Don't worry about it.
I'm so sorry. We're going to stalemate. When I hit it, I can expend... When I hit a creature, I can expend a dice, and until the end of its next turn, the creature can't willingly move unless it first takes the disengage action.
Very nice. That's really good.
Yeah. So that guy's is out at least for the next round.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Yeah, it is sitting there. Gellin, you're up.
I shout to Rune really quick. I mean, we're close enough, but I'm scared because this thing just showed up and bit me. Rune, can you get away? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. You get away. You're not looking good. I'm looking better than you.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. I take the disengage main action, and I will move 5, 10, 15 feet over to this part right here where I'm kind of standing off the edge. And then I will bonus action Misty Step, spending a 2nd level spell slot to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and land right here. Then I still have 15 feet of movement left. I have main action disengaged, bonus action Misty Step. I'll move 15 feet right about just here, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
That is Gellen's turn.
Gotcha. At the end of Gellen's turn, number 2, you have to do that one more persuasion check against it. It paused last round. This round, it's going to, as it sees you fleeing, kind of take a swipe at Rune. It still sees you as kind of like a threat.
Did it? We've only gone through one thing.
Yeah, this is
action.
the turn that you said that it would skip.
Yeah, this is the turn that it would consider, because the last action...
you're right.
It dashed, and so wasn't able to do anything.
Okay. In that case, Rune, you are up. You can make that next persuasion check if you'd like.
Yep.
Got to beat a 20, so go ahead and roll that in, Chaya.
I gotta make a 19 or a nat 20 to get this, because I only have a +1.
Oh, no.
I believe.
You got
You
it.
got this.
10%. Easy.
I'm not gonna look when I hit enter.
Let's go!
Fucking go on that one. Are you kidding me?
Incredible.
Are you kidding me right
There's
now?
no
What are
way.
we talking about? What cheat did you type in? That's incredible.
Yeah!
Okay. Here's what
Hey, we're not
happens.
here to hurt anything. Hole in his buddy's chest.
Here is what
Shut
happens.
up.
What do you say to convince this guy to back off?
I'm like, look, the baby was hurt. I healed him. My friends are away and they're not gonna hurt anybody.
Yeah, it turns around, it looks at the baby, and the baby just stands up and kind of like toddles over and like coos, and it backs up, it just grabs the baby, puts it on its back, and looks at you and starts moving back into the jungle. I'm gonna make a roll for the big guy. The other one's going to be kind of scared. I'm gonna see this disengage as a way to maybe get out of this. The big guy.
That is nice.
The big guy is going to get you off of his lawn, and then he is
Yeah.
going to back off.
Is he gonna
So-
toss me over the river?
He might. Henry is up next. Have you taken any more damage? Actually, Henry, I think, said he would heal Val, so I guess that's what he will do.
Yes.
Val, you can heal 10 points. If you're here.
Yeah.
Huzzah.
Okay, sick. And then it's going to be the big one, number 1. This guy has like battle scars all over him. He is very obviously like the alpha of the group. And
Yeah.
he is going to try to grapple you and toss you.
Okay, I'm gonna let him pick me up. Doesn't even
Oh.
have to grapple. I let him.
Okay.
Quickest
He
way
is
across the river.
gonna go ahead and roll for that throw. He chucks you. Go ahead and make a
Mhm.
dexterity save as you hit the opposite wall.
Yeah.
Oh no, Rune.
There's no way you turn around in that one, right? After getting in that 20, there's no way you that one, right?
Don't do it.
I
Don't
got an
say such
11.
things.
Okay.
You son of a bitch.
Rune, you take 15 damage as you smash just shoulders and head first into this rock wall and tumble down into
Yeah.
the stream.
Yeah.
But the Gorillidons, I think is what they're called. Grillians. Yeah, Grill. I don't know how to say that. The Grills. They start backing off, back into the jungle, picking up the child, and they look to be leaving you alone. Congratulations. The total challenge rating of that was a 12, so it's probably
Holy.
good that you got out of it.
Oh my.
It's
goodness.
I like-
fine.
Climb out of the river and just like fall onto my back in front of everybody. Like, I'm sorry about all that.
Did you get the thing that the baby had? The baby had a thing, didn't it?
No, the baby had a sore paw.
The
That I
baby
healed.
had
I see.
a splinter
Okay.
in the wrong spot.
Very cool. We should get away from these guys, I think. And Gellen's just gonna toss a rope down to Rune. Help you up out of the
Oh,
stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. You guys heading the way you started heading before all this happened?
Preferably.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. You continue to head up the right path of the river. As you do, you grow closer to the thing you saw glimmering in the far distance, and you see that it is, in fact, a waterfall. You were too far away to hear it at the junction, but as you grow closer, you start to hear the distant roar of the waterfall. It looks to be getting near nighttime. Do you guys want to try and travel through the night, or do you want to try and make camp?
Definitely try and make camp.
Yeah.
I go to
smart.
Henry really quick, and I just put a hand on Henry's shoulder. Go, hey mate, do you think you can hit me with one of those remedies? I think you called them. A gorilla bit me.
Yeah, you
That's
have a
fine.
hole in your shoulder. Henry turns around and he says, oh, yeah, right. I didn't see that you were bleeding all over the place. That's my bad. Okay, here. Hold still real quick, and he heals you for 9 points.
All right, I'll take it. Thank you very much, Henry. I appreciate that. And then I just kind
Get
of
'em.
wince and turn away.
Do you not have your magical touch to help heal yourself?
I do, but I wanted to save that just in case I needed to use it for someone else. Meanwhile, Henry can only use his once per day, and so I figured it's a better use of resources.
Speaking of someone else, hey Val, come over here.
Yeah.
Get some, just a little bit of healing from our friend Galen. Galen, would you patch him up just a smidge?
Of course.
I think that the rogue should have more than one good hit in him, huh?
I put 15 points of health into Valendress.
Oh, can I like min-max you here and tell you to put 14 into me?
I absolutely can. You absolutely can do that, bud. Hey, bud, that's fine.
Imagine,
Yeah.
imagine only having
Stop it.
14 health between max and 2 health left.
No. Henry healed me for 10, thankfully. But still.
I'm sorry, you're what level now?
I'm rolling low, okay? What I don't know. I'm sorry, man.
Take the man. Anyways.
I did. No, I did. So I rolled, but I have -1 constitution. It's really bad.
Yeah. How do you do this? It's fine. It's fine. This is for the talk back. Hey, DM, is there a spot that looks particularly inviting for camping?
Yeah, after looking around for a bit, you spot about two, I'm going to say 2 spots that look like they would be suitable to set up some tents. Although, I guess you have your packs with you. You probably have at least some sleeping bags and things. Yeah, you see a little valley that looks like it's hidden from the rest of the jungle. And then you see a very shallow, like, overhang cave. The cave looks to be pockmarked in the back for whatever reason. And the valley looks to have a small pool at the center of it. Where would you like to camp?
I don't know what the word pockmarked means.
It means it has a bunch of little holes in it. Think of like the surface of the moon.
Yeah. Like
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Very cool. We learn
Is
something
there-
new every day.
Yeah, for you tryptophobes out there.
Very
Really
cool.
love that one.
That's the first thing I thought of. Yeah.
Let's camp by the pond.
I'm concerned about camping by the pond, actually. What if it rains?
Well, we can move. We'll be woken up by the rain.
Not necessarily. You'll be woken up and all your things will be ruined.
Yeah, I'm a heavy sleeper.
I will make sure to be awake and move everything. If we're all going to get water rained on us, then a little bit of flooding isn't too bad. Besides, ponds are not quite that susceptible to rainwater, I don't believe.
Okay,
All right.
fine. Let's go for the valley.
Seems, I don't know, I feel like that's the better bet. It largely gives strategic options for getting away from pond predators if they're pond predators, or getting into pond if they're land predators, you know.
Classic pond predators.
Meat predator
Pond
rounds.
predators are, by and large, the less of the two evils, but sometimes you
Guaranteed
gotta worry
to
about 'em.
TPK. If you run into a pond predator,
For sure. Yeah.
level 20 characters, say goodbye. You can rip that character sheet up.
Yep, pond predators. Worse than Tarasks. All right. So you guys head over to this small valley with a pond at the center. It looks like it has some lush grass, and you find some flat spots to put your belongings down, and you set up camp for the night. Is there anything anybody would like to do before turning in?
Yes.
How does? You go ahead first. I have a question as well.
I just want to see how everyone's doing on health, and if no one really needs it, I'm going to put my last 6 hit points back into myself because I'm very low.
I am good.
Kamos is
I'm
untouched.
You're good? Okay. I'm going to use my last 6 lay on hands.
My question is, so I have this unidentified whip. How do I go about identifying it, or do I need to find someone, or how does that work exactly?
With something like that, you could try and use it to see if you can figure out what it does. Otherwise, you would have to find somebody that knows the identify spell.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
All
Is
right.
there anything shiny in the pond?
You can give me a little investigation check if you'd like.
Sure, I'd love to. How does a 22 do me?
With a 22, you look into the pond, and it's surprisingly clear. It looks like it's very deep, but you can see all the way down to the bottom as if the water like weren't even there. It looks to be like spring water, basically. You don't see anything at first, and then under a rock at the very bottom of the pond, you see a glimmer that looks like maybe a brass hinge at the edge of a chest.
Hey, Rune and Galen, you want to help me get this shiny thing at the bottom of the pond?
I look over at Rune, who's dead asleep, and I go, yeah, sure, I got it. And I will place a hand on my chest, pump those 6 points of healing in, and then after putting aside any of my things I don't want to get wet, I'll jump into the pond and swim down and check it out.
I'll go down and check it out as well. Nice little breathing exercise.
So, it is about 50 feet down to the bottom. It widens out as it goes downward. And as you start to swim down, who all is swimming down again?
Me and Galen.
Correct.
Okay. As you start to swim downwards, you see that as it widens out, you get a better view of this item at the bottom. It does indeed appear to be a chest with brass hinges around it. Scattered around the chest, you can see glints of gold pieces and maybe even some precious gems lying in the sand at the bottom of the pool. You get about 30 feet down, and I'm going to need a perception check from both of you. I know it's a lot of perception checks this time, but there's dangers in the jungle. There's dangers.
Look, it's fine. You said clear waters, so I expect advantage.
No.
Well, I needed it.
Okay.
That's an 8 from me, dog.
Do I gotta tell you that I rolled a nat 1? Can we just keep
You don't
it to
have to.
myself?
Yeah, keep it to yourself. Roll again.
Yeah, I rolled a 5
I
or
got you.
something. That's crazy.
Like I said, clear water. We get advantage, right?
Yeah, you guys are swimming down, and you continue to swim down. You don't really notice anything. It just looks to be a pool. The water even seems like clear and refreshing. It's not too cold, not too warm. You get to the bottom, and you are able to basically grasp this chest. What are you trying to do with it? Are you trying to open it down there? Are you trying to pull it up? What are you trying to do?
I think Gelen pockets the fancy gems that are surrounding it first.
Okay, yeah, roll me a d10.
Sure. It's a 6.
Okay. Yeah, you find 24 gold coins along with a ruby and let's see, 1 emerald and a diamond.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
So that is what you find at the bottom. After you pocket them, you're going to be running out of air semi soon. It was quite a trek down here.
I mean, personally, I won't be, but okay.
Okay, well, that's true. You do breathe underwater, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's correct.
So who else was going down? Is Valandros, right?
Nope, just
No.
Kamos.
Or Kamos,
just
I'm sorry.
Kamos.
No.
What is your
Valandros is
constitution,
smart.
Kamos?
Constitution is 13.
Okay. Let's see here. Trying to look up drowning. That's minutes. Oh my god. 13. So your modifier is a 2 or is it a 1?
1.
Okay. You can hold your breath for 2 minutes underwater. And swim speed is usually half of movement speed, right?
Unless specified, I believe so.
That's correct.
Okay, perfect. It took you 18 seconds to get down here. It looks like it's going to basically take the rest of the time until you start drowning if you want to try and lug this entire chest back up.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that. How heavy is it? Can I help with mage hand and stuff? Or
Mage hand, you get the impression probably won't help very much. It's indeed very heavy. It's soaked wood and old copper and brass.
You said this is a 50-foot down until we get to the chest, right?
Exactly.
Okay, I'm gonna grab a rope and just tie one half onto the chest.
Okay.
and start swimming back up because I have 60 feet of rope.
Perfect.
Yeah.
What
Is
are you
the
doing,
chest
Thomas?
like clear is the chest clear, or is it like lodged behind rocks and stuff?
Definitely lodged behind some rocks.
Oh,
Okay.
I won't leave just yet. I'll try and get those.
Yeah. Let's try and loosen that, huh?
Yeah.
Kamos is gonna go and try and like help move stuff out of the way and use, I mean, depending on what's around, use mage hand to like help get some of the smaller rocks. I don't know if it's like under a big rock or just buried or what.
Sure.
But-
Both of you, give me some strength rolls, and I will just see like how much you get up, in the allotted time.
Sure.
Strength rolls, you say?
Yep.
Nat 20 from Gellin.
Perfect.
9.
Okay, there's this large boulder on top of the chest, and with a nat 20, you look around, Gellin, and you see where this boulder has an edge which is perfect to grab onto. You just stick your hands underneath, you grab it, and you just flip it upwards, revealing almost the entire chest. It's just basically covered by small rubble and things. You clear a little bit off with a 9. And it looks like from the top now you could definitely pull this thing up with maybe like 2 people.
Okay. Is it clear enough that I could tie the rope around it yet or not yet?
Yeah, a handle sticking out. You can tie the
Okay,
rope around
yeah.
that.
I want to test the handle to see how strong it is, like how firmly attached it is.
Yeah, it seems to hold when you tug it.
I'm going to tie a rope onto that. I'm going to get Kamos' attention and point up to get him to start swimming up with the rope. I want to give him the other end of the rope, and I'm going to stay here for now.
Ready on the way. Yeah.
Okay. So as you do that, run that back real quick. You are staying down here. Kamos is going up.
That's correct. I'm going to stay down here to help like ease the chest up, and I'm going to like push from the bottom of the chest a little bit as people start pulling from up there.
Mhm.
Okay. Both of you, actually, everybody. I'm going to use your initiative rolls from last time,
What?
if that's okay. Unless you want to re-roll.
I
Totally
wanna
up
I
to you.
want to reroll.
Yeah.
Totally up to you. Gellin,
It's a
you rolled
brand-
incredible. What are you talking about?
It's a brand new situation, though. I could
Okay,
be
fair enough.
something bad could happen.
Yeah, go for it.
That's a 10 for me.
Okay,
And this is everyone rolling or just the two of us?
everybody.
17 from Gellin.
Okay.
And this is, I'm sorry, for athletics, I guess, for rope pulling or what
Oh,
are we doing?
no,
We're
sorry.
rolling
This is
initiative.
initiative.
Oh, again. Oh, I'm sorry.
Rune stepped away for a second. I'm rolling for them. I rolled a 17 on the die. I don't know what their modifier is, but it's probably a +1 or 2. So 17 to 19, somewhere in there.
Valendra's got a 20.
resource.
Okay. Val got a 20, so let me run this back. We got, Gellin, what'd you roll again?
17.
17. Let me make these rolls. They are both going at the back of the initiative. They rolled terribly.
Who's
Perfect.
they?
What's they? I'll do you one better. Why they?
The pond predators.
No!
No.
We specifically said you can't use pond predators.
Oh no. Okay.
That's how D&D works. No.
So Rune with a 19 value got a 20. Start playing your turn. You're going to be going first.
Okay.
Roll again for Henry. He got
Alendra
terrible.
snaps.
All right. So what are we talking about here? Like, what's going on? What's
So up at the top, you don't immediately see anything.
okay. Yeah.
However, down in the pool, you, Kamos, and you, Gellin, see these fish, massive fish, which were camouflaged, sticking to the walls. They unfurl themselves, and they have large spines on their backs.
Unfurl. Interesting.
Very cool.
Yeah. They have these massive, like, razor-sharp fins, and they begin to circle both of you. From up top, it just, in the shimmering water, they are rock-colored. It looks like rocks, but you can definitely tell that the two people in the pond are agitated.
Gotcha.
Okay. I'll just delay my turn then.
Okay,
and
perfect.
drop back in when stuff.
So you can drop back in the initiative, like wherever you want to hop back in, or you can hold a specific action if you'd like, and you won't move back.
I don't think. I mean, it doesn't make. I don't think Valendras like has a specific action in mind because he doesn't know what's going on and doesn't really like sense any danger. Like I can sense agitation, but it could just be like Kamos needing to breathe or anything. So I'm just gonna pull myself out of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Rune, you are up next.
And currently muted.
Damn.
Sorry. What is happening? Sorry.
Rune stepped away for a second, so they missed all of that.
Okay. So basically, Kamos and Gellin went down in this pool to retrieve this chest they saw at the bottom of it. As they were dragging a rope tied to it back up, they started to look agitated, as if something was attacking them. You currently cannot see what is attacking them. It is camouflaged. What do you want to do?
Can I jump into the water?
Sure.
All right.
No. No.
Jump into the water. I can breathe underwater, so...
Okay. It is 50 feet down. They are currently at the bottom of the pool. Looks like they are starting to head back up, though.
Okay, I dash down to them, I guess.
Further up, compared.
What's your movement? 30?
Yeah.
Okay, you get 30 feet down. Unless you have something that says you move normal speed in water.
I mean,
I move normal
water
speed in water.
generosity. Should.
Okay, you get all the way down. You get to the bottom of the pool where they are, and then you see these things circling them very close to the walls of the pool. They're these massive razor-spined fish that look to be looking for a meal.
I thought we said we weren't doing pond creatures.
Say that if you were underwater. Yeah.
Sorry. I thought we said we weren't doing pond creatures.
Connors just kind of like looks at Rune and shrugs, like,
Yeah,
C'est la vie.
I guess, yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Gellin, you are up.
Did Rune dash to get down?
Yeah.
There's nothing else? Okay.
Oh, wait. No, yes, you did. You did. Sorry.
Okay.
Yes.
Gellin can speak to water animals.
Okay.
That's a trait I have as a Triton. It's called Emissary of the Sea.
Okay.
I'm just gonna tell these fish to fuck off.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and intimidate them away.
Perfect.
Like swing my rapier at them, like flap my gills and like appear bigger than they are.
Okay, cool. Yeah, give me that check.
Perfect. How's another nat 20 sound, huh?
Damn.
Second nat
Wow.
20. Oh no. There's an initiative roll in between, but second nat 20 for me this session.
It's not fair.
Kelly.
Huh.
I would simply choose
It's
roll better.
funny.
For a total of 28, by the way, for intimidation.
Here's what happens. These things detach from the wall. They start circling you. The one in front of you, what do you say to intimidate this thing? Do you like say anything underwater? Do you make a noise? Or you just kind of like swing your rapier around?
So I don't know specifically if the fact that I'm a water-breathing creature allows me to speak underwater in a way that makes sense, but I do just yell at the fish to fuck off. I swing my rapier, I flap my gills, I raise my arms and like kind of make a starfish position just to be bigger than them, and just kind of swing my rapier and go, fuck off, get out of here.
As a physicist, the answer is yes. Yes, you can.
I feel like that's just not true. I feel like the water would block the sound waves.
Yeah, but I can speak underwater. It says I
He's-
can.
He's
That
fully
seems like D&D horseshit.
Exactly.
Sound waves are just vibrations in whatever material you have. It can be water. It's probably less range, but it's still a sound wave.
Also, I nat 20'd, so don't tell me what I can't
No,
do.
my fault. You know, you're right. My fault. My fault.
It is the responsibility of every player at the table to ignore the funness of nat 20s and simply stick with science.
Cool. So, these bladefish see you bring out this rapier, and it glints in the afternoon sunlight as you start waving it around underwater. They
50
get
feet
frightened
underwater.
by the glint of it, and they reattach to the walls, blending in like an octopus to try and hide from you.
Excellent.
That's that.
I point to Kamos and tell him to keep swimming up with the rope, and then
Yeah.
Rune and I will start pushing the chest up.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, so I'll just
I-
take all these fun monsters I have and throw them right in the trash.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anything for you. So
Imagine the DM
you
getting
reach the
bullied by
top.
intimidation.
what'd you say?
I said, it feels like you, the DM, got that intimidation check and not the monsters.
I sure did.
I'm actually at Toby's house right now with a gun.
Yeah.
Oh my
Scared
God.
right out my socks. Um,
I peeled the socks off his feet.
you reach the top and you start to pull this chest up. It is heavy, but with everybody helping out, you're able to do it without too much trouble. You get it all the way up and pull it out onto the shore. I'm gonna need whoever would like to roll 3 D100s.
Canonically, I was
Sure.
made for this role.
And I don't
Yeah.
know if it's true, but I would also
Yeah?
like to get a part of this because I rolled a 98 on the last D100.
All right, here, Connor. Let's each roll. Let's
Do
each
it.
roll a flat D20 and see who rolls higher,
Love
and
it,
then
love
the one who rolls higher gets to roll the.
Yeah, well, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
thought.
I knew as soon as that's all the 8, I was like, well, he's not getting below a 15, so.
Oh no.
No, I mean, okay, and let's just see. For example, let's just see what I would have gotten.
Okay,
Oh,
so the
man.
cannon roll was 160, right? We all saw it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
The cannon roll is.
You did say whoever wanted to, so we're each rolling 3D100.
I think the cannon roll is the 247 that I just did.
Not bad here.
As
Okay,
captain,
so-
I claim executive privilege.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take Gellen's first number, Val's second number, and Kamos's third number.
All right, 167.
Yep.
That's better than either of the first two rolls. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Okay, so 61 is your first one. With a 61, you pry open this chest, and
Oh,
you
I see. Okay.
Yeah. You see
Wait,
a.
what? Oh. He's literally cherry picking the worst results. This is terrible.
I didn't. That's just the way they rolled. They cheated. You see something that looks like a blade that attaches to your arm. That's the stats for that.
I don't want it. Don't
okay.
attach to my arm. I'm scared.
Well, it's not going to attach to your arm. It's
Oh, I
attached
see.
to somebody's arm.
It's attached to my arm.
Okay. Next, what was your second roll? Whoever was next.
I believe it was me. My second roll was Valendra's roll 55.
Okay, excellent. With a 55. Huh.
Is it another whip?
Okay, here is what you find. You find this thing that looks like a very soggy book.
Very cool. Love that.
That's what that is.
Aw.
Yeah. And lastly, with what was that last roll, real quick?
I rolled a
A
100, a 93, and then a 54. You absolute buffoon.
Okay,
If you go by what you
54.
want, it's 54.
Yeah,
I hate
54 it's
so
going to
much.
be.
Ah,
You find at the bottom of the chest, below everything else,
mhm.
the last item. You find a delicious-looking rotting chunk of meat.
Oh,
Hey, that's a
no.
cool. That's a good find, Captain.
Uh-huh. Oh boy. What a sweet treat I have found.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So this is
Lucky.
useless to me. I hold up the lance arm blade, and it's like I don't think any of us can use this, but it looks cool.
Oh, hold on now. It looks absolutely awesome.
Yeah, you're not a warforged though, so you can't use it.
Well, you don't know.
Yeah. That is what you find. You find this arm blade. this soggy textbook, which looks like it has some kind of magical properties which have kept it intact all this time, and a nasty, nasty chunk of meat. So is there anything else you guys want to do before making camp?
Throw the meat to the goddamn fish.
I want to use my whip on the fish.
They're really far down there.
Oh, okay, never mind.
You also can't whip underwater.
No, I just I don't want to.
But you
is there,
can
like a
name
frog on the ground that I can whip with my unidentified whip.
Oh,
to see what it
no.
does?
Ruinous.
You know what? I'll roll, and above a 10, you get a frog. That was an 8, no frog. Oh, well. No. So yeah, you have this loot, something that looks interesting, maybe not too useful to any of you. And then that textbook. So, yeah, you guys start to make camp for the night. The sun sets above the treetops. Are you guys making a fire, or are you just camping cold?
I'm soaking wet, and also I just went into a pond, so I want to make a fire to try and dry off.
Perfect. Yeah, you guys definitely have flint and steel. You gather some twigs, leaves. You make a warm fire. You dry off by it, and eventually...
We've already canonically established that combos can just stab things and set them on fire with electricity powers. It's fine.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Zap.
Up to you if you want to.
Yeah, of course. It's a cantrip.
Sure. Yeah, you make this fire by stabbing it, because D&D, and then you fall asleep next to this warm glow as it kind of burns down into embers. I am going to roll enchant, and if this is a 10 or above, something happens in the night. Otherwise, it passes peacefully.
I don't like those odds.
That's too bad.
Hey!
It's a 9. So, you sleep calmly through the night. Nothing happens. You wake up at dawn and stretch, get up, pack your things. The fire is completely burned out.
Real
And
quick.
the pond is as clear as ever. What do you want to do?
Valandros, during that, Kamos is going to ask for, before we tuck in, Valandros, or not Valandros, Kamos is going to ask for the book that you had, the Soggy book.
Damn it, man.
And try to attune and read it.
Damn it.
Yeah, I'll say, since you have this overnight, you can read it if you like.
You have the opportunity. Excuse me.
I give it to you. Yeah, sorry. No, I give it to you.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, because in the text it specifies studying the primer at the end of a long rest. Blah, blah.
Yeah, I was gonna do that, but then I was reading it, and it has to be
Spellcaster.
by spellcaster. Yeah.
Yeah, which I don't believe Kamo says, so...
No, we are. Yeah. Cantrips counts as spells.
Alright.
All right. So yeah, you attune to this item, which is very, very good. You think this would either be very useful in combat or worth a lot of money if you were to sell it. The other item looks like it's a very fine piece. It has a little bit of rust on it, but it looks to be also worth a significant amount of money. And the chunk of meat looks gross. At the bottom of the pool where you threw it. So,
The fish didn't even want the meat? Wait,
No.
what?
It's rotten
Nah.
and gross.
it's old.
You know,
Fish like fresh meat. We all know this.
fish are not that
Sure.
smart, but okay.
Hey, I take that personally. I flap my gills at Kamos.
Don't do that. Put those away. Disgusting.
Don't tell me what... Hey, don't say that to me, Henry. And I just kind of point the lance arm blade at him.
Put that away. You don't know how to use that.
I strap it onto my back and I hold on to it for now. Did we take a full long rest?
You did. You can
Thank
all
God.
get your spell slots back and heal up to full. Okay. So, I'm assuming you guys want to keep on heading towards the waterfall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you head up towards the waterfall. Eventually, you come to a bit of a cliff where the waterfall flows down. You traverse up the cliff, And everybody give me one either athletics or acrobatics check to kind of make it up here without incident.
That's just 2. Yeah, 16 for acrobatics.
Okay.
I'm only capable of max or min rolling. I rolled a nat 1.
Oh my.
Yeah.
All right. What is everybody else's roll?
Oh, I copy pasted the
Got it.
fucking
15.
primer thing. Hold on one second. Oh my. And you said athletics or acrobatics? Or is it
Totally your choice.
Okay. And that one does well, yeah.
Hey,
You
the
can just
two
go ahead and kill
dexterity
that one,
boys, nat wanting the dex check.
Okay. I'm going to roll for Henry, who rolled a 16 plus. What is his acrobatics? 3, so
Michael?
19.
When we get back to the ship, we're going to have to run some drills on to improve your dexterity. Yes.
I'm good. I'm fine. I say, like, just lying in the waterfall, having
You
slipped.
two right beside you. Yep, we're good.
So as you all start to climb up, Gellin and Valandros, you two are having a bit of a harder time. Valandros, you were hurt in the fight, and a little bit of that, even though you're mechanically healed up, is carrying over. It's irritating you. And I am going to go ahead and roll something.
Yeah.
So as you get near the top, you see that just a little ways down, about 10 feet for Gellin and 20 for Valandros, they're struggling. Gellin, you stop for just a second, and Valandros catches up to you just as he slips. You reach out to try and grab him. He grabs onto your arm and pulls you off the cliff face. You both fall. It's gonna be... Don't mind me while I look up fall damage in D&D.
Goodbye, Valandros. This will kill you.
I might
1d6
actually
for
die.
Every
will
10
actually
feet.
kill you.
You were 80 feet up, did I say?
Oh my god, I might actually die. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you did say 80.
Actively going to die.
Okay. 3, 4, 3, 4. It's 4. Don't mind me while I roll all these dice.
You could roll it in the DM roll chat that I
That's
gave
true.
you.
Oh, that's true. I could also roll in the regular dice chat.
Yeah, so everyone knows how
Are-
dead Valandros is.
Yeah.
I don't like this game.
Why did you make a pain taster rogue with minus constitution?
Because that's so choice, dude. It's so
Yeah,
choice.
it's so
having
choice.
Bad choice. It's called yes. Bad is a choice, and it's not one you should have been making.
No, you don't understand.
You
Just-
Like it's
all...
one, all right, it's one thing to do that when you're like, yeah, this is fun. Rogue should be light. It's another when you're like, hey, I'm gonna be sacrificing my health. Let's minimize the amount of pool that I have to use to have fun.
It's
That's-
fine.
that's-
Anyways,
that's fun.
Valandros is dead. Let's move on.
Okay, so you all watch in horror as Valandros inadvertently pulls Gellin off the cliff. You bump and bash into rocks as you fall, hitting the bottom of the cliff and taking a total of 26 damage.
How we
I believe
live,
that.
Val?
I'm just at 0.
Hey,
Okay, cool.
Exactly 0.
I put 5 points of lay on hands into Valandros to bring him back up to 5.
You're like laying next to him. Oh my
Yeah, I
God.
just like crash down next to him. I'm like, oh, Val, are you okay? I look over and see the no response. I'm like, oh, and put 5 points of healing into him. There you go, bud.
His neck is 5 degrees away from snapping.
Yeah, you pop back up, Valandros, and you guys are definitely worse for wear. You look just absolutely battered and beaten. But at the top of the cliff, yeah, you guys are seeing this happen. Is there anything you want to do to like help them get up the cliff?
Can I throw a rope down?
I think it's 30 feet per rope. You'd have to like string all 3 together or something.
It's usually 50 feet of rope, I believe.
Is it 50?
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
you would need 2.
Okay, just 2.
Can I have
Alright.
one of your guys?
Yeah, of course.
I tie a knot and then throw it over for them.
Okay.
Throw
yeah,
one end over, not the whole.
you guys go ahead and give me that roll again with advantage this time.
Perfect.
Nice. The first thing I say when I pop up, oh, fuck, I keep doing that. The first thing I say when he like heals me is, Galen, I think I'm slipping.
Yeah, no, I noticed. You're gonna be all right, bud. Gellin rolled a 24.
17.
Perfect. 17 and 24, you guys make it up without incident, and you stand at this precipice, the top of the cliff, and you look at the side of the mountain. You see, surrounded by 2 massive rock faces in this naturally created valley, the entrance to a cave. You would not have known about this, you would not have seen it from any other angle other than if you climbed up right beside the waterfall. So, before we enter that cave, we are going to take a quick break to go get some water, go get whatever we need, and we will be right back in about 5 minutes. So stick around, and we'll be right back.
All right, see you in a bit.
Bye.
Are we back? We're back. Hello. We're back. Yeah, we're going to pick up right where we left off, which is at the mouth of the cave in front of the entrance to what looks like the home of the Vamra. So, you are standing in this little lip right at the top of this waterfall. You see this cave in front of you. What do you want to do?
I think we don't have a reason
Let's go in the
to.
cave.
Yeah, we don't have a reason to doubt them, so I think we just go for it.
Cave. That's all
Okay.
it's about.
Okay. You start to walk towards. Excuse me. You start to walk towards the cave, and as you get closer, you see 4 figures emerge, wielding pikes made from bamboo and carved stone. They head out towards you and greet you. It looks to be the 4 Vamra that accompanied you when you saved their queen. The leader steps up to you and says, Welcome to our home. Please follow us and do exactly as we say. It's for your own safety. You are honored guests.
Oh, that's not ominous at all.
No, it's I
Um,
really appreciate that. Thank you, and I'll follow after them.
Of course.
All right, just right this way. Please, again, follow closely. When we tell you to stop, stop. So they lead the party into this cave. You're surrounded by these narrow walls that look to be 10, maybe 15 feet at most apart. And you see that the inside of this cave is dimly lit by this bioluminescent algae growing on the walls. As you continue down into the cave, you see these large dark holes in the walls. They're about big enough for a person or a person-sized being to crawl in and out of, and they look to go further into the walls of the cave. You hear faint skittering noises coming from within them. So here is the way the Vamra lead you through the cave. And this is important to pay close attention to.
Okay.
They first lead you down a path, then you make a right. After that, you make a left turn, then another right, then another right. After that, another right, then a left, then another left, and finally, the head Vamra stops and holds up their hand. They turn around to the group, and they reveal from a pack they have on their side 4 cloth strips. And the leader says, For your safety, you need to tie these over your eyes. You cannot see what is in the room next. You have to trust us. It's for your good. And he hands them out.
Well, I suppose the people that we saved would not betray us so readily. Of course, we shall place our trust in you as well.
And how many is he handing out?
Sorry, 1 to each of you.
Okay. Yeah, Valandros puts it on in battles.
Okay.
Yeah.
5 of us, real quick.
Yeah, there's 5. Yeah, that's what
Sorry,
I
did I
was.
say
does
four?
count.
You did say 4. That's why
Okay,
I was
my
just
bad.
making sure like you weren't like leaving someone out on purpose. Okay.
Okay, so he hands these all out to you. And do you all put them on?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You all don these blindfolds, and they grasp your arms, and they lead you slowly down a passageway, telling you when the path rises and when it falls. And if you would like, as you are being led to one chamber, whoever wants can give me I guess I hate to do it again, but another perception check, because that's really the only thing that makes sense.
I feel like
If you
I
like.
Not
was told not
investigation?
to look, so I'm not going to roll a perception check.
This is perception on your other senses.
Okay.
I was also going to do that.
Yeah, it's a 14 for Kamos.
Okay,
That's an 11 for Rune.
perfect.
21 for Valandros.
13 for Gellin.
Okay. What was the top roll in all those?
21.
21.
21.
Oh,
With
21.
a 21, you hear the sound of creatures very quietly moving around. They sound very large, and they're not bipedal. They sound like they have 4 legs that they walk on. You can make out about 3 of these creatures moving around you slowly, as if they're stalking you, as you move through this large passageway. And then you hear a door open and shut behind you as you move through, and their blindfolds are taken off. And before you, you see a massive chamber. You stand in this cavern, and light streams in through holes in the roof about 200 feet above you. At the center of the room sits a large figure that you know as the Queen of the Vamra. She looks to be almost comatose, attached through tens of intestine-like organic cords to a gigantic pulsating sac that hangs from the roof of the cavern by 1,000 strings of what look like some kind of flesh. The skin of the sac is semi-transparent, and from inside, you can see hundreds of cat-sized insectoid creatures, all kind of gyrating and moving slowly within the liquid of the sac. At the very back of the cave, you see a large circular stone ring covered in archaic markings. And as you enter the cavern, the queen stirs. Oh, you're here. I've had time to rest and recuperate. My soldiers have patched me up, and I would like to thank you. Properly this time. I'm glad you made it here. Thank you for saving me and my people.
It was the least that we could do. Certainly, I know that mayor's type, and it's always a matter of not trusting him more than you can throw him. You know.
I understand, I think, what you are saying. And she looks to be kind of shrouded in shadow as she stands up and detaches from these cords that are kind of like latched onto her. You can see her true form without all the garments she was wearing before. Instead, she's clothed in kind of a ceremonial garment. And she is a massive humanoid queen ant. And she says, "Thank you for saving us. I could not thank you enough, and I will do it more. But the reward, the thanks, the true thanks that I promised, will come this night in a ceremony. You will reconvene to this chamber, and I will present you with a reward that is befitting of my saviors. Until then, you will be unfortunately relegated to comfortable surroundings to await the night. And I must ask, and I am sorry that I must, but I do have to ask, that you do not try to explore the cave on your own. It's dangerous, and there are many unknowns in the cave, many things that are deadly to people that are not accustomed to it. So, I would have you promise me that you would not go looking throughout it."
I think Gellin kind of looks around at the rest of what everyone else is thinking, or just like their faces to see how they react to that. And then just kind of looks forward and just nods and says, "Okay, I promise."
As does Valandros. He just nods.
Good. As you can see, my crew is very trustworthy people. We will be good guests, I promise. That's certainly one of our specialties. We are definitely the best of guests.
Yeah, just look how good of a guest we were to the last people.
That's a joke, right? Your
Yes.
people, they do those. We don't like those here, but you're welcome to have your frivolities. Thank you for promising. Now, I'm afraid I must recuperate for this night's events. I will see you back here in a matter of hours. Please. And she gestures to the guards that surround you, who nod at you and hold up the blindfolds yet again.
Put it on.
Yeah, we get out of here.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
You're blindfolded again, led back through the same passageway towards a location near the center of the cave. I can tell you actually how many rights and lefts you take. So here's what you take to get to where you are. Let me really quick reference my map so I don't tell you wrong. You take... Ooh, give me one sec.
Oh, he's
You take
trying.
a left out of the big passageway with the creatures in it. Then you take another left. Then your blindfolds are taken off, and you are standing in front of one of the holes in the wall. And they beckon you to enter the large hole in the wall. What do you do?
I
Yeah.
clamber on it.
You said 2 lefts?
Yeah,
Yes,
2 lefts.
Two lefts, correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going.
So, you enter into this area. Inside is much more expansive. There's a mat on the ground woven out of dried leaves and grasses, as well as some hand-knit blankets made from some incredibly soft silk-like substance. You are given food, and it looks to be big enough in here for all of you to stand up and move around a little bit. It's not huge, but it's maybe 20 square feet. And the guards nod and they say, I trust you to, well, keep your word. It really is a dangerous cave. You don't want to get lost. And they nod, and you are left alone. You have a few hours to kill. So what would you like to do?
I mean, as they leave, Camus is going to ask about where is Clancy?
Right. The Krovik man, correct?
Yes.
That's right.
He will be present at the ceremony tonight. I assure you.
Of course, but I imagine at the ceremony we might be a bit busy. Would you go see if he would consider coming here to talk with us? I assume he is familiar enough to be allowed to move around the abode.
He may do as he wishes. I will see if he is available. Yes.
Thank you.
Kindly.
Yeah. They head off to go retrieve Clancy. Yeah, before they come back, is there anything you guys want to do?
No, I think Valandros is good.
I think Gellin has the consideration of, but what is out there? And then just has the immediate, like, let's not literally prod the ant's nest.
Oh yeah, like it's driving Valandros crazy for sure.
But
Okay.
We've all played Elden Ring. We know what happens.
All right, yeah.
Okay.
I think I wait.
You guys stay put, as you were asked to do. And after about half an hour, you hear
Rune
a
up
voice.
there, actually. Just
What'd
to
you say?
check. Rune, what you doing?
Rune is currently using the restroom.
Cool.
Oh, I'm a bad person. Okay.
Yeah, you guys wait for a little bit, and you hear a voice at the mouth of the cave that says, "Hello."
Good evening, or morning, or whatever it is. How are you?
Oh, tough to tell inside the caves. May I come in?
Please do. You are Clancy, I assume, yes?
That's me. And you see as an elderly Krovik man ducks and enters through the passageway into the cave you're currently in. I was told that you wanted to speak to me.
Yes, actually, and I'll kind of point to my forehead, not like really realizing or remembering the fact that it isn't fully visible right now, and just say, our mutual friend the brewmaster said that you might have some information for us.
Very interested in how you got and made the pictures of those stag folk specifically.
Oh. I see. I don't see a mark, but I'm assuming you have one.
Yes. We went to see the chemist.
I see. Yes, a temporary solution to a non-temporary problem.
One that we have heard that you do not have to worry about anymore, even though you once did.
That's correct. Here is the unfortunate truth of the matter. I was cured at one of the ceremonies, like I fear may be happening tonight.
You fear?
They plan to honor you, correct?
That is what we are told.
I see. Well, don't worry, they mean you no harm. However, they offer you a choice. And it's a choice that I made, and that I wish I had not. You see, were you introduced to the Queen?
Yes, we indeed saved her, actually.
In her chamber? Did you
No.
enter it?
Yes, we were in her chamber.
Then you saw the gate at the back.
Yes.
I see. Well, that gate opens to a place I dare not think about again. I had a mark much like you do. Back in the day, I tried every way I could think to cure it, and nothing worked. I came here seeking answers, and they gave one to me. But I did not like the price I had to pay. I had a friend once. I had a best friend. I used to be poor and out on the street. And one day, on one very cold night, I was shivering. I thought I might freeze to death, and well, he came and he kept me warm through the night. He served me for many years. He was a faithful dog. And I brought him up here with me. He's no longer with me.
You had to kill your dog?
I didn't kill him. But the gate offers a choice of equivalent exchange. You exchange something of value to you, and the gate gives you something of perceived equal value. But I wish I could reverse my choice, and I beg you not to make the same mistake.
So, did you learn anything, Zen? So the gate simply gave you a cure to your curse, or what happened?
Well, when the gate is activated, you are told to walk through it with the item that you choose to sacrifice. On the other side, there's another world, black seas, and dark clouds, and those creatures, the ones that I assume you may have seen in the sketches. The four-legged, deer-like beings.
Indeed.
They. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's all I was just confirming.
Yeah, he says, and you offer your item, your companion, whatever it may be, and the being grants you what you desire.
This being. It had 2 eyes, yes?
No, just one, singular in the center of its forehead.
Ah. Oh dear. True. I do believe we might have a bit of an impasse. That being is not to be trifled with.
You are correct in that. You should not tempt the fates. Whatever the price is, it is not worth paying.
Did you touch him?
No. But he did touch my friend, and yeah, you see, he grows quiet.
I see. Thank you, Clancy. I did not realize we were asking you for such painful memories.
It's no trouble. If I can stop someone from making a similar mistake, I will do it any day.
Mhm.
Is there anything else you would like to know? I've been living with Vamra. They're a fascinating people.
Yes, actually. What other choices do we have at the ceremony? They instruct us to walk through the gate, but what happens if we refuse the offer of the being inside? Do you know?
Well, I don't, actually. You can refuse to walk through the gate, and that's perfectly fine. You're not forced to make a choice. But I suppose... I don't know what would happen if you refused the beast inside once you were in.
I see.
Only one way to find out: walk through and refuse.
I would advise against it. And he looks around and he says, I do have some, daily duties to attend to. Is there anything else I can answer? Any questions you have?
None that I can think of. Thank you again so much for your time.
Of course. And please, I'm sure they've already told you, but don't go exploring. It really is dangerous in here, and there's a reason they tell newcomers not to go looking around. There were some before me that tried, and they're not here anymore. Anyway, you'll find your way about in time, and they are a kind people, so please be kind in return. And he walks out. You guys have a few hours to kill. You can just kind of nap. What do you want to do? You can just hang out?
Valendras, and I'll kind of like sit over next to you.
Yes.
Do you have anything you think? Sorry, this is a weird question. I'm trying to think. He said offer something of equivalent value, and I'm trying to think what that would even be for me.
I was struggling to think of the same thing. I don't hold anything at such a high value.
We did get some treasure.
The only thing I really have of value is you guys, and I'm not sacrificing you guys. Not that I need to. I don't have it.
It's funny that you immediately jumped to your pirate buddy's rune.
Well, that's what I hold value. I'm just saying value-wise.
No, of course. No, yes, of course.
Yes, I take it as a
Came across the
gesture
lines.
of compliments and sincere emotional gratitude.
It's not like I'm gonna go sacrificing you guys. I just want to put that out there.
Right,
Not
of course.
happening.
I worry that... Here's what I'm thinking, all right? I want to go through the gate because I want to see and I want to know. But I don't want to offer anything up. Because I feel like what I'm trying to gain is my freedom back. I want my life back, free from this curse. And the only thing I really value equivalent to that freedom is the freedom that I have already.
I think that yes, trading one freedom for another is not worth it. Perhaps it is better not to go through the portal quite yet. I know I've been a bit on the conservative side with this, but I have met this creature before. At least I think it's the same creature. And well, I was able to walk away safely in the dream, but I am not sure about what happens if we are physically there. That said, perhaps we can make... I feel like there are two choices. Right? None of us really have anything that is particularly valuable to us, so much so that I think it would be worth removing a curse that is quite strong. But perhaps we can gain other information. Make a smaller sacrifice in order to get a smaller insight into the world. Or perhaps we can talk to the Queen and see if we can come back at a later time when we have run out of options for dealing with this curse on our own and are close to going crazy. Eh?
Yeah,
So the options that I
if
see.
they might be generous enough to let us come back later, that seems like a good option. Now that we know the way, it doesn't seem as hard the second time, I feel like.
Yes.
We know, and we did make note of where Monkey Island was, yes? I don't think we want to come across that a second time.
Yes, we did.
No, they seemed friendly.
You thought the
Something
shark
like
that
that.
almost killed you was friendly, Rune. I don't know.
We didn't know, though, because we never were able
Totally.
to talk to it.
I forgot about that.
Hey, not as bad as me forgetting that I could have tried to talk to that shark the whole time.
The whole time. Instead, you just decide to go and get chomped.
Dang.
Yeah, I think we're just kind of chilling here.
Okay. Yeah, you guys pass the time talking to each other, just relaxing, taking a breather after the events the past few days, which were exhausting. And finally, you hear a small voice at the mouth of your cave that says, "Have you finished resting? The ceremony is about to start."
Yes, I believe that we have. Gru?
Yes.
I feel rested.
I do want to just really quick shout out to Valandros. Did you happen to roll your short dice or your short rest dice there?
No, but that short rest is probably a good idea.
It
I
is.
should-
We already had the long rest.
Oh, yeah, we did, didn't we?
Yeah.
Didn't we just fall though? Did we have a
Yeah.
long rest in
Oh,
between now
we
and then?
did.
No,
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 we
you
did
guys
not.
can definitely take a short rest.
Yeah. And then I believe here's the question. How do you want to do this, Toby?
Mhm.
Read the player chat really quick.
Let me go back in there. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, so Valandros has to head out for the night a little bit early. We're going to go ahead and continue without him. Do you have like a PDF of your character sheet real quick?
Or just a
Yeah.
picture that you can send to one of us?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yep, I will just screenshot it.
You can send it to Johnny.
Yeah. I promise I'll take good care of Valandros.
Oh god, you're dead.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, what the heck am I doing?
Every character is a frontliner martial class, right?
Yeah.
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 Is there anything you wanted Valandros to do? Is there an exchange you wanted to make before you head out?
No, Valandros doesn't want to go in.
Okay, gotcha.
Gotcha.
Alrighty. Perfect.
Here's
Are
a PDF
you heading out now?
as well. Yes, I do need to go. I appreciate all the lovely story that's been told and all of the lovely near-death experiences that's been told.
Yeah, all the good stuff.
All the great stuff.
Good stuff.
There's a picture. But yes, I do need to leave, and thank you again. I'll do my thank yous to chat now, because you guys are always awesome. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Or I might be good for the talk back as well. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But anyway, see you guys.
We'll figure it
All
out.
right.
See ya.
Yeah.
Later.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Y'all too.
Okay, sick. We are gonna pick right back up then. So the person at the mouth of the cave says, "Would you follow me then toward the ceremony?"
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Of course. Let us begin it.
Okay. And they lead you back down the passage. Again, you're asked to put on the blindfolds before you enter the large chamber before the queen's cave.
Mhm.
You don the blindfolds, you head through, the door closes behind you, and you take them off. You are back in the queen's chamber, but now gathered are about 200 Vamra all around you, silently watching the queen, who is now in her full ceremonial garb. She is standing up by the gate itself. And as you look at the gate, you now notice that at the head of the gate, about 10 feet off the ground, there is a dagger with a copper blade, a dark wood handle, and a green gemstone that is lodged at the center of the gate, either stuck there or put in a slot. The gate's runes in the archaic language are now glowing a soft red and pulsating every few seconds. And as you make it in, the queen nods to the back of the room and starts to speak. And she says, "Thank you all for gathering. Normally we do not invoke the other, but once per year. However, it is time to celebrate our guests, and so we will make an exception tonight. We will give you all the option to look through and to make a deal with the other on the side of the gate in which they live. It is not a decision that can be reversed, so please do not take it lightly. However, do not pass up this opportunity. If you choose to reverse something, to heal something, to gain something, this opportunity will not come again for many months." And the crowd stirs and parts, and you are basically offered a passage up to the gate. And the queen steps aside. What do you
My
do?
most gracious host and benefactor for this great opportunity, I would ask a question of you. I would ask for your wisdom when it comes to this decision. Have you crossed through this portal to see the other? And what was the deal that you made?
I have crossed through, and the deal that I made was one that I choose not to talk about. I will say that it is not one I would make again. I had a mate once, and our village was in peril, and they chose to give themselves up in protection of the village.
That is an honorable sacrifice. Your mate was very brave.
My mate is the reason we have the barrier, the obelisk, so nobody may find where we live.
I understand.
Is
That
this
being said, I would advise to not cross the gate
I have a
unless you are in
question.
dire peril.
1 second question. When we cross the peril, is it possible to cross the barrier more than once?
You may, but you may not wish to once you emerge.
Well, Boys, I want to find out. And crew. Crew. I want to find out what
Yes.
is wrong with this world. And he holds up. He takes off his rapier and holds up the book that he got from Valandros. This looked like it could have been very useful. It is full of devastating magics. But I think it is important that we know what is happening in this world. And at least know what is happening to us.
I agree.
One last piece of advice, then. If you pose a question as your gift from the other, be very, very specific, or you may not get the answer you're looking for.
Galen
yeah.
reaches out a hand to Kamos and just lays the palm flat, kind of gesturing towards the book. And he says, well, I wanted to go in and I wanted to look, so it wouldn't hurt for me to try.
You know what? You're right.
But
You should see this creature that we are dealing with.
will the book have the same meaning to you?
It is a book of incredible power. I view it as being something incredibly useful and worth a great deal financially as well, both of which are very important to me, I think.
Alright, be safe.
Of course.
Pass on my regards to Trunk. And if you can figure it out, I was hoping to understand why they are the way that they are. Or why there is a ship running around connected to them.
I'll see if I can think of a question that can figure out one, if not both of those things. And do you offer the book?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take the book and I will walk over to the gate.
Safe travels.
You walk over to the gate, and just like the barrier through which the Vomra disappeared, you just see the cave wall at the back of the gate. You don't see anything, nothing shimmering, nothing that would suggest that this is a barrier.
Okay. I clutch onto the book and I think really quick. You said that whatever we bring in with us is what gets sacrificed, right?
Whatever you offer.
Whatever I offer. Okay. I clutch the book and I step through to the other side.
You mean you aren't going to describe to us Terminator style about how they come back out with no clothes on? Just everything hanging out?
No.
Ew.
Yeah, what a disappointment. We firmly established this is not a PG stream. Come on.
You step through to the other side, Gellin, and this is what you see. You walk out on a grassy knoll. Flowers dot the field that you walk into, and you see the gate behind you. But unlike the one in the cave that looks like it's thousands of years old, this one looks like it was just erected. Beyond the knoll, you see a black and endless sea. And at the center of the sea, in the distance, the far distance, you see large black sails. But that's not what catches your attention. Directly in front of you is a massive centaur-like deer creature with a single eye at the center of its face and markings like that of a zebra. And it holds its arms open and nods at you.
Does this look like the inky black creature that Kamos described to me, or does it look like the sketches that the chemist had?
It looks like the sketches that the chemist had. It doesn't look quite the same as the inky black creature that you were described before, or the one that Kamos described, or you saw the inky black creature. It doesn't look like the one that Kamos described from his dream.
Gotcha. Gellin looks down at the book, holds it up, and says, I ask for a cure from this curse from all of my friends. And I offer my servitude. And I just take a knee and put a hand out into the stag's hand.
You stinky fuck.
What a bastard.
None of you see this or know what's
Of course
happening on the other side. Gellin, as you do this, you look up into the creature's eyes and you hear it speak. And it says, my name is Craving, and this request satiates my never-ending hunger. Your request is granted, and your service will be served in satiating me. And it grabs your hand, and you dissolve into ash
No!
in front of it. On the other side of the portal, you wait minutes, and you don't see Gellin reemerge. Those of you who are cursed, you feel a slight tingle at the center of your forehead. But nothing else happens, and you continue to wait. What do you do?
Is this normal? This amount of time?
No, I fear something has gone wrong or gone right. I don't know.
What do you mean gone wrong? Can something go wrong? Can he be like stuck on the other side with no way back?
Perhaps
If he doesn't like the deal?
agitated the other. Perhaps he tried to fight it or attack it. We must see. Someone must go in, but they must have an offer. Anyone.
What do I have on my person?
If we go in and we decide not to trade, are we allowed back out?
I don't know. I've never attempted it before.
Has anybody?
Not that I know of. And the crowd kind of murmurs among themselves, and nobody seems to have an answer.
Fuck.
I will say what I needed to say at the end of the ceremony. Unfortunately, I must say it now.
What? No,
Is this close to the portal?
The portal will not close, unfortunately. I have a price to ask of my people, if you will allow me a moment. She turns to her people and she says, I was poisoned recently by our parasitic neighbors in an attempt to rob us of our resources. As I attached to feed the broodlings, I didn't consider the fact that although I was cured of the poison, it might still linger within me. After they fed, they grew silent, and one by one they died. And tonight the last of them has passed. Our race will not survive if we don't take action. And besides, the price I ask of you now, this is why I have gathered you here. This is why I've asked you to come, and I'm sorry that I have to spoil the mood of the night to ask this. But I ask all of you, but the most young, to think of the future of our people and take the leap into the other world, giving up that which is most precious to you in order to save our people. Unfortunately, one will not be enough. It must be equivalent, a life for a life, and I will do likewise. I would not ask this if I did not need to. And the crowd murmurs again, and then from out of the crowd, an old Vamra steps up, nods to the queen solemnly, and walks through the gate. And slowly, other Vamras start to follow. You still haven't seen Gellin emerge. What are you guys doing?
All right. Well, I have at least a couple of things that are cherished to me as far as the weapons go. Holds up his dagger and his honorary rapier. And says, I can at least use this to ask for something.
Please
This
just
is the
make
last
sure
vestige
Gellin's
that I
okay.
have. I'll try. I will be back. And we go through.
Please.
You may come.
Okay.
You may come if you can think of something to give up.
I don't have anything.
Such is the life of a pirate. It's time to give up everything that I care about for the freedom of being alive. All right, yeah, Kamos goes in.
Okay. You walk through the portal along with tens of Vamra beside you. You see the same sight that Gellin saw. A grassy knoll covered with flowers, and off in the distance, an expanse of black sea with the black sails in the far, far distance. And at the center of the knoll, you see a large cervine, I think is the name for a deer-like creature.
Yeah.
A large cervine creature with the markings of a zebra standing at the center of the knoll in a pile of ash. And one by one, the Vamra are walking up to it and offering themselves up and burning up, instantly disintegrating into ash. Beside the creature, you see a book. Looks to have been dropped there, and you don't see Gellin.
Oh, that son of a bitch. All right. Can I approach the book? What does the creature do?
It is completely focused on the creature sacrificing themselves. It doesn't pay you any mind.
Okay. Yeah. We grab the book, coddle it, and go, hello there, big fellow. I assume like this centaur is very big, right? This cervine.
It's definitely
Stagtar.
like a large creature. Not large maybe as the gorillas were, but it's definitely a big creature. Yeah, it turns to you and it says, "Do you as well wish to offer yourself up to me?"
What happened to my friend? Just
That is
confirm it.
knowledge. And knowledge comes at a price.
I will offer you things with equivalent exchange, but when it comes to dealings, oftentimes someone who is trying to entice a person into dealing will offer complimentary benefits to sweeten the deal and make their offer more appealing. You telling me what happened to my friend would be one of those sweetenings that would ensure a good transaction.
It turns to you and fully stops, burning up the Vamra gathered around it. It pushes through them and walks right up to you, and it says, "Do not bargain. Do not barter with me. My name is Veracity, and I'm ravenous."
Outside note, I thought it was craving.
He did say craving the first time, yeah.
Interesting. I have I want to make a deal, but I want to know if it's possible first. Can you bring back my friend from Ash, if he is Ash? Well, this is knowledge.
Equal
But
price. I can do almost anything.
I have, and Kamos pulls out his rapier and his book. I have this sword, which has been part of my family for generations. It has been a good servant and a faithful companion in all of my adventurings. I also have this tome, full of useful and important knowledge. Would the offer of a faithful servant and deep knowledge be enough to restore another faithful servant with his full knowledge, his memory and personality, and knowledge of this place?
I can do that. But these trinkets are not worth the price of a soul. I can absorb things that are not present. Offer me something worth a life. Something you value.
What beautiful dead air.
Oh God.
It's a
I
hard.
was hearing myself through somebody. Yeah,
Maybe Gallon.
while you are trying to think of something, he goes
Mhm.
back and the Vomra continue to turn to ash in his arms. And you have a chance to just kind of look around you. This seems like a totally different world from the one you came from. But it doesn't seem limitless. The sky above the dark clouds seems like it ends at a void, a pitch blackness that's just completely unlike the sky you know, with stars, with constellations, the moon above you. This has none of it. This looks like a dimension within itself, like a prison. But yeah, I'm gonna need a decision.
This is such a strange and difficult thing, particularly for Kamos, who has largely been largely had much of what he cares about taken away. In fact, like right before this adventure started, it was the ripping away of, indeed, everything important, and
You
what
don't
Kamos thought he could do.
have anything, the party doesn't have anything that you value highly. It's just something that means a lot to you, something that is worth quite a bit.
Our ship, maybe?
I was thinking that. What? Oh, God. That would hurt. It would hurt to lose. But
Gonna need that decision.
maybe it's better that way. What about some metaphorical freedom? We have a
You
ship.
offer me your vessel. I do not. And he is about to refuse, it looks like. Then he pauses. And a smile crosses his face. And it looks terrifying. Deer are not meant to smile.
No kidding.
You got human teeth?
And
that'd be weird.
deer kind of do have human teeth. They have like very square teeth. It's weird.
Yeah,
Hate it. Hate
weird.
everything about it.
very good.
He reaches out an arm with a smile on his face and he says, "Don't worry. You will not dissolve like the insects do. Simply make the deal. I will bring your friend back just as he was. Not a scratch or a hair missing." What do you do?
In exchange for you asked for a deal. I need to know the terms.
Your ship as it currently is. The things aboard will be mine.
No!
Nope, no input from anybody else.
Fuck! Fuck! I got...
Oh, goodness.
Alright, I'm gonna need that decision. I'm giving you like 10 seconds.
What do you want from me? I know what you want from me. Almost even.
His hand starts retracting and drawing away from you. You have, like, 5 more seconds. Do you take it?
I believe the Kamos will not think through it, and yes.
Okay.
No!
You grasp his hand, and his smile widens. And behind him, with a dull thump, your ship appears and crashes into the ground below it. And you hear a startled sound from inside your ship as Petal runs up on deck.
No!
He turns around and he places his hands on the ship as everything aboard, and Petal turn to ash.
I'm not surprised, but Kamos is very surprised.
And Gellin appears on the ground in front of you. And Gellin, you feel like you haven't breathed in years.
What's happened? Captain?
Fuck. No. Galen, what did you do?
I cured you. I cured all of you. In exchange for my servitude. My freedom. I thought that was all I had.
Let's go. Kamos is going to grab, help Gellin get up, and as I guess he walks him to the portal, just tell him, I thought I could trust you to do what you said what we agreed upon. You didn't follow my orders, and now it has cost us quite a bit. We'll deal with that later.
You exit back out through the portal, and you see that the room is almost completely empty now. Only about 7 or 8 Vama remain, as well as the queen. She gives you a solemn nod as you exit back out, and she smiles and says, I'm glad you found your friend. I'm glad he was not gone. This is good news, and it makes me happy. Please, be wary of the caves. I will not be here to guide you. Remember the way out.
Yeah.
The second I see them come through the portal, I'm tackling them both at a hug.
Yeah.
Rune, what's wrong?
You guys were gone for you weren't coming back, and then everybody's going through and dying, and they're not coming back. So I put 2 and 2 together. You must have died over there. And then the captain was taking forever to come back. I'm glad you two are safe.
Gellin looks up at the captain and says, Did I die? I don't remember.
From what I saw, well, alright. So no, I don't know, but I assume as much. I think you got turned to ash because you touched one of those dumbasses. One of those monsters. You fucking idiot.
Did he not like the book offer? I told you it wouldn't work for you. Kamo's much more into books than you.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't think he.
I guess the
offers
book
the book.
wasn't good enough, huh?
I'm just glad you're safe, honestly. Gellin, I know you must have sacrificed something, and I'm glad you made it back. That's all that matters.
Thank you, Henry.
What did you give for Gellin, Captain?
We are stranded here at the moment.
Like in the mountains?
I gave up the sweet Marianne.
Oh, that's it?
That is... Yes. We just have to find another ship. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
That's not too bad. You know, I would have thought you were worth more than a crappy old ship. But I suppose not, Gellin.
I kind
Well,
of
good to have you back.
I kind of like slap Henry a little bit in that kind of like loving way, with just a hey, the Sweet Marianne is a lovely vessel, and I wouldn't have made the same deal myself. I think I value the boat more than any of you. So, and I
Wow.
It's...
You know what? I bet you 10 gold pieces right now. Petal noticed our ship is missing and has already started searching. We'll come back and she's got a dinghy for us.
one can only hope.
Should probably put a cannon on a dinghy.
Probably.
Can you put cannons on dinghies?
no.
They're not
As you-
I'm
exactly-
gonna now.
As you guys are all catching back up, you notice the queen starts to move towards the portal. And she turns back one last time and she says, be careful and be safe.
When does this open again?
It doesn't, not unless someone opens it.
Hmm.
And a price must be paid for everything, including the opportunity to have a choice. Be careful.
Who will be the new queen once you're gone?
One of my children. One of those. And she gestures back to the sack hanging in the middle of the room, which you now see is teeming with life. The small insect-like creatures are moving around again. They're not silent. It looks like they were almost all brought back.
How will they know what to do without you here?
Those left behind, we'll teach them. And a queen and hopefully a king will rise from out among them, and they will lead our people one day. Farewell.
I wish you luck.
I don't need it. I am
It was an
certain
honorable sacrifice.
of my fate.
I wish your people luck.
I do as well. And she walks through the portal. Yeah. I think that is a great place to call it for tonight. We will pick back up there next week. I think that's a pretty fitting conclusion to my arc. So, unless you're busy next week, Johnny, I would love to have you pick back up from where I left off.
Sure. Yeah. That should work fine.
Okay, sick. Thank you everybody for joining, for listening. This was like super unexpected. I did not expect literally any of what happened tonight to happen. Those two crazy nat 20s on just like intimidating and convincing creatures to leave you alone, like avoided two really dangerous encounters.
Yeah, you probably could have milked like 2 whole more sessions out of just those combats and then us getting here.
Yeah, it's fun.
Also, can we briefly say fuck you, Johnny, man?
Listen.
Fuck you, Johnny. Holy God.
Listen, all right?
Look, you can't go betraying what you're gonna say.
I absolutely
True
How
is
can.
built on trust.
I
You
absolutely
sacrifice
can.
yourself for the betterment of the party, you stinky fuck.
To my credit, I did not expect to die. I expected I would become a warlock.
To be fair, I kind of thought that would happen too.
I
It's
thought
just
that's
like,
what was
oh no,
going
he's
on.
gone. Ugh.
No, this guy was all about gluttony. He was just
Oh yeah,
big old
he's a
eater.
hungry lad. A very hungry lad. That's fine. Thank you so much, everyone, for hopping out and checking out our stream. We really appreciate it. Just as a reminder, we do stream here every week, Wednesday at 6 p.m. sharp. Additionally, most Fridays, we have a talkback stream at the same time, about 6 p.m., with one of the DMs, either myself or Tovi, and at least 2 of the players. And that is that. Yeah, that's all I got. Anything else from anyone else?
Yeah. Have a great night, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Have a wonderful
Just-
night, guys.
I'm so sad, but also.
Can't believe you gave up pedal.
You didn't tell the party. All right.
We are going
Later,
to
guys.
be raiding D4 Adventures. Everyone say hi as we head off. Make sure to pop in there, give them a big hello, a thank you, all of those things. And we are going to be gone. Later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.